All right, here I am on the South Monroe Street Railroad crossing in Lapeer, Michigan. Now, this is another rather neat crossing owned by the CN Flint Subdivision. As you can see, I'm back in Lapeer, decided to tour this crossing as well because it has, some rather interesting elements left behind. And I just caught an eastbound manifest a couple minutes ago led by a couple of 100th anniversary units, which is pretty cool. I'm going to upload that first and then upload this because I just have enough daylight to make a crossing tour video. And although I never really done one at night, but my camera is pretty well lit, so I'm gonna go ahead and do her. So yeah, like I said, owned by the Flint Subdivision, and yeah, I guess with all that said, let's go on and get into it. So for the first signal, this has a WRS base, and it's guarded around these, barriers and whatnot. And here's the emergency information and the dot number for this crossing. The dot number is 284-533U. And there isn't appear to be any, there used to be an older dot tag right here, but they tore it off. This is the original signal mast. It's pretty old. And then for the lights, this has two pairs of Safetran 12 by 24 inch dialight LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And also one thing worth mentioning that these two signals run on their own flasher relay, just like practically almost every other crossing on the CN Flint Subdivision. And for the bell, this has a General Signals Type 1 electronic bell, which is also original, and it still works too. But sadly, another thing worth mentioning about this crossing is the fact that the bells only ring when the gates are going down. Yeah, they don't ring continuously like the others. Oh, and I almost forgot. And for the gate mechanism, this has a Safetran gate mechanism featuring some Ricoh LED gate lights and no wing guard. And this replaced a GRS or WRS Model 10 gate mechanism in the past, from what I remember. Both signals used to have one. So yeah, and as you can see, it's in a residential park area, so that's probably why they wired the bells this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and cross the street and tour the second signal. And yeah, for the second signal, it's somewhat similar to the first. It has a GRS base, and here's the emergency information and the dot number once again. And for the gate mechanism, this has another Safetran gate mechanism with Ricoh LED gate lights, as you can see. That's what it's featuring, I guess, replacing another GRS WRS Model 10 gate mech in the past, from what I remember. But yeah, and the lights, this has two more pairs of Safetran 12 by 24 inch dialight LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket. Yep. And then for the bell, this has a low-pitch Siemens electronic bell, which replaced a General Signals Type 2 or another Type 1 in the past. But yeah, kind of neat stuff to see here, although these are wired to only ring when the gates are going down, and these are on their separate flash relays. But this gives this crossing character. Glad to see that there's another Type 1 remaining over here on the CN Flint sub area. So yeah, that was right here, a pretty simple crossing tour. Nothing much. Here's the relay case. You can see Monroe Street at milepost, I can't see that, let me get a closer look, 259.83, I think that's what it says. But yeah, and I think I hear another train coming. If so, I'm gonna catch it. So yeah, with all that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the track view. Down there is heading towards Main Street and a few other crossings, and eventually you will head yourself to the Davidson area towards Lake Nepsing Road and so on and so forth, and Elbow Road and whatnot, and Cummings Road, Oak Street, or Oak Road. But yeah, and down there is heading towards South Court Street and Saginaw Street, and towards a curve where it goes into Imlay City. Pretty neat stuff to see here. So I guess with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this real quick. I don't know how much battery I got left. So this right here was the South Monroe Street Railroad crossing in Lapeer, Michigan. Kind of neat stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and catch it in action again here if there's another train coming. But yeah, I guess with all that said, over and out.